here in a minute. But see how my pretty girl, she was in my chair here. Yep, she said, I want to get down here a minute. So that's my pretty girl, Lily. Say hi, Lily. Hi, Brandy. Say hi, Lily. Can you say hi, Lily? Lily says, no, I cannot say hi. I'm just going to sit here leaning on your arm. This is my daughter's pretty ragdoll kitty. Okay, baby, let's let you go down. Let me put you down. There you go. There you go, pretty girl. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Anita. So anyway, that was Lily. She took off. Hey, Beth. Excuse me. I didn't bring you water over here. That might have been a mistake. Oh well, we'll worry about it later. Hey, Heather. Hey, Sid. So anyway, that was our Lily. So she was had come to visit me for she was in my chair, so I picked her up. Hi, Donna. And she was like, well, darn, I was sleeping. But it's the way it goes sometimes, right? So I just got a little order from Randy. Yes, definitely happy birthday to Beth. Um, my little order from Randy was a pair of the black chain nose pliers because I broke a spring in one. So I've got my extra one came out here and took its place of the one that broke its spring. Do not you be bad. But so I like to have an extra one on hand. So this is now going into my extra tool spot. So I would have an extra one. The other tool I got from her, so I'm just going to take it out of this because I don't, it'll just be in my way anyway, is one of the little shovels. Because I have one, but I tend to take it into the other room, and then when I need it here, I don't have it. So now we have a new little shovel. This is also a tweezer on this side, but I don't use it very too much for a tweezer. I do sometimes when I'm scooping beads and such, but very handy little tool, this shovel. If you have to move beads from one slot to another or something like that, this is super great. And I advise everyone to have one. So, little shovel. So those are two items I got from Randy. As you can see on the packaging, they were $13.80 for the pliers. Now it says $12.99 on it. She has to add a little for her fee for adding things on. And then, of course, our tweezer was $4.80. Well, it says tweezer, but it's shovel. Well, it says tweezer and bead shovel. So, yeah, $4.80. Very handy. I really love my shovel, though this one seems to have a little bit of a rough edge. I might have to file it down, but that's all right. So I just got a few other things from her, but we'll turn down and look at them because not only did I get my order, but she sent me a few other things as well. So let's turn down and we'll look at them. Oh my, a lot of people have come on and I haven't noticed. Let me see who I missed. Well, let's see. Georgina came along, so that's cool. I'm glad to see everybody. So anyway, we're going to turn down and we're going to look at these few other things, and then we'll probably work on something. So her new address on here. I was thinking it probably was. So anyway, Now Lily's trying to is getting in her box. I can hear her. So anyway, the other things I got from her, like I said, I didn't get very many. Looks like she sent me some new stickers. Those are cute. So put those over there. And a couple of, some ear wires and some crystals. Now these crystals are flatback. She calls them Frosted Flamingo AB Glass 0.5 millimeter. And they're $5.30 for the strand. I thought these pink were really pretty, and I thought they'd go with our beach Malibu Dreams kit pretty well. So I was thinking of those. The next thing is the large whole wooden flamingo beads, and I got 4, and they were $1.75 for 4. Now I got these for, let's see if I can find it quickly. No. Yes. Now I get Softlux's kit, and check out this. This is the tissue paper that was was wrapping up the fabulous flamingo design kit. Check it out. They are almost identical. Aren't they cool? So that's the biggest reason I decided to get these, because I was thinking, wow, look at this paper with these beads. They're almost the same thing. They're a little different, but they're so close. Hey, Miranda. So I thought that was pretty fun. So I've been trying to think of what I can do to make the paper and the paper and the beads together, so to speak, because I think they are really cool. So I think I'm actually going to put the beads in this where I have the paper at, because that's my thinking, is putting those together because they match pretty well. Then the last thing I ordered myself was this citrine bead strand, 6 millimeter rounds. Now she did get 8 millimeters, and I did order those in this last order I made. So we'll see when they come. But this was $14.30 for our citrine. So that's my actual order, which wasn't much, just 2 strands of beads, the flamingo bead, the flamingo wooden beads, the pliers, and the shovel. Boy, it looks like I may need to oil this one. It was sitting too long. These things were surprises that she sent me. I know she said she was going to send a bunch of us some of the beads from the from her new golden, what was it called? Golden, I don't remember. I'm crappy with that kind of stuff. But she said she was going to send some beads, and she did. She sent this strand of gray and gold beads, which I think are very pretty. Hey, Tina. Whoa, you must be you having a storm over there, Beth? And then she sent me this really cute little pendant. I like it a lot. It'll go cute with this strand of beads. And then she sent me some little spiral drops. Now, she also sent me some silver ones, but I'm thinking with the gold piece and the gold in these would work best if we're putting these things together. Which I think we actually could do easily. Though, of course, the strand won't make a full necklace. We'll have to add something to it which as everybody knows, will be probably spacers to me. So it's 12 inches. So unless we just put some chain up the back, your daughter's going to be there in an hour, Tina. That should be nice. I know you'll enjoy that. So we have to have at least, something for spacers in here. And we're going to put this little pin. Now, if I had wanted to go multi-metal, of course, we could have put the little silver ones in too, but let's put these down at 3. I like 3. So we'll put these at 3. Now we could use them all since we're going to put spacers in here too. As we go up, we're going to, of course, have to stop right there because that's the 10. But I like it. What do you guys think? You need room for spacers. We would never guessed. Good, Heather. That's true. This is true. Hi, Debbie. I didn't see you pop in. Of course, I had my head down looking at this. So, but yeah, and I think that one of the ball spacers, like we use, not ball spacers, but ball bells, like we used for put in for the other pendant, would work really nicely for this one as well. Just because, if nothing else, because of the beads and things. So this would go here. Up you go, baby. With this on. Now I'm thinking I'm going to put a little spacer on either side of these little guys so they have a little room. They're not jammed in between the beads like so, which they could be. It wouldn't be a problem, but I'm going to get, this wasn't the original thing I planned on working on, but you know what? It works. It's it's something there. We'll use it. We'll do it because we got it. So we might as well, right? Oh, I do have some really cute little washer spacers in gold. Not sure if it's enough. Let's see how many. Oh, it's 100 pieces. It should be enough. Come here, washer spacers. Come out of there. So we have some washer spacers. Their gold isn't too far off. And let's see. These are the 3mm. I think I don't want that silver. Stop it. These are 3mm as well. So if we've got plenty of the gold 3mm in case we run out. So I have a whole another tube up here, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a spacer stack like this. And I need some wire. Let's see what would be best. This should work just dandy fine. So now, as usual, I'm going to pull some off and we're going to work from here because we do want to put our bail on. And we might just go over this way a little bit so that we have some space marked out here. Get over there, ink pens. I have some sea glass over there because I keep thinking I'm going to make a little wind chime like thing with the sea glass with these pieces on the bottom and some of the ones just spread through the wires, but I haven't got around to doing it yet. I guess it would help if we cut our wires, our beads loose here so we can play with them. You still have your... Come on, I know I saw it. Where did it go? No, I must have missed it. Oh, these are interesting shape. They're not quite round. So something to think about. We'll want to go a specific direction because see how where it's cut up here, it's a little bit more, well, come on go. And you know, you could add more beads to this, like crystals or something, but I think that the spacers will probably make enough space to. So we're going to have it like so. When we get to this point, actually, I think I'm just going to get to this point right now and just start from here. What we're going to do is just put a ball spacer on. Bing, go down there. And then one of these guys. Now you could put these on a jump ring, but I'm not going to because in order to have it hang right, we'd need to put 2 jump rings on, and I'm not sure I want to do that. Sit up there instead of getting in my way. Let's see. I'm thinking instead of putting this everywhere, that the next couple of beads, I'm just going to put a washer spacer between. I'm sorry to hear you having a terrible storm and your internet's going out, Beth. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Cynthia. So I'm trying to decide how many beads I want to go here because I do want this little guy here, but I like this spacer set here, but I don't want it everywhere. So I'm trying to decide now if I want to just put another spacer and another one of this and then one of these. No, I don't think so because I think, well, I'm just going to put the bail on right now and then we'll decide later. Now, because this is the bail and the other side's going this direction, I'm going to switch the direction of the bead so that they should be going the proper way. This bail is big and it wants to flop around, so I'm going to put a couple of the ball spacers under it so that it will have a little bit of stability under it. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't need any but two. So okay, now we're right here. Put you right here. That now we want to go with the this is this. So now we're going to do this with our little swirly piece in the middle there. So it'll be like so. But now I'm going to do this right here, but then I have to decide how many beads as we go up we want to have just a washer spacer between. Because I don't think we want to do this all the time. I think will be a bit much if we do. So I'm just going to put a washer spacer between the next two. Yeah, then I think I'll do the 3 again, and then the next baby. So go with the ball spacer, the come on you, washer spacer. These little buggers want to fall off. Are. Now I'm debating if I keep going like this, are we going to have the dangle, all that 5 of the dangles on this side? I'm not sure we will, because we're putting a lot of space here. Here's our bail. This would be about, it's only 4.5 inches. We'd still need at least double that. Flip over. Thank you. Hi, Dawn. You know, I didn't divide these beads in half, and I probably should have, because we don't want to go over half, because, well, we could go over the half a little bit. We got some on this side, but still got to think about that. Okay, I am going to have to make sure I have enough beads for the other side. So let's put a bead stopper right here. And I'm going to count whatever I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. So 10 at least goes on this side. 3, come on. 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay, now that'll get to where we're at right now. And then we'll split these up. Let's see how many we have. Here's 4 for this side, 4 for this side. Looks like we're going to have an uneven number. Well, that's fine. We'll have an extra one. So we'll just go to where we're at right here with these and see how long we ended up getting to be. Now, do we want to put this last one on because it's going to be right at the very end, because this bead will go on the other side and that'll be done then. So we could just put another washer spacer in the other bead and leave our little dangle off, since it's going to be right at the back of the neck anyway. See how long this got to be? Just about 9 inches, so that's 18. Just pretty good length. Well, let's see if I need to turn my microphone on here, or if I have it all the way up. It's all the way up. So, trying to decide if I want to put this last little dangle piece in here. We could do so, because this is the spot where it would go, and then the other bead would just go on the other side. Or we could not bother, because, well, we have angles all the way up, and this is going to be at the back of your neck, because we are just about at 18. So I'm not sure whether I want to put that in or not, since, like I said, it's at the back of your neck. You're not going to see it. It just becomes something extra, so I don't think we're going to put that in. I think I'll just, oops, dang the light. Put it on. I think we'll just do like so. And then we're going to have to hook this off, slide this over here. Oh yes, one more bead here. So now this is our middle right here. So we need to cut our wire so that it comes up about the same length as we have the other side, which I've got it more than it needs to be. And okay, so now we'll just do this side up, just like we have this side. Ta-da. We're going to end up with one extra of these, so we have 2 of them. We could do something with them. Well, we'll have to see what I decide to do with them, because I was thinking earrings, but we don't have enough beads. We're using up all our beads, so earrings is probably not quite what we want to do. So we're right here. So we have to do the flat washer spacer and then the next bead. And now remember, we want to turn them so they're going up this side, because they're facing in a direction by size here. What wire am I using? This is Softflex Gold Medium. Now this was an outlet wire, which means there was something they didn't like about it. I think the color was off a little bit with this, and so they dropped the price a bit because of that. This is the 30-foot length, this size is. So it's medium metallic flex wire, 24 karat gold soft flex, and it's a 019. So yeah, it's a really pretty color. I think it works really good with these because of all the gold, but this was a outlet sale, so they probably don't have any more. But the gold, if they still have gold, is really pretty. So I need to obviously dump some more of these out because we don't have any more after this. Come on, go down. Heather, the problem might be my throat. It's a little dry right now. I probably should go get a bottle of water or something. So I'm probably talking a little quieter than I normally do because it's a little bit, it's just a tad sore right now. It's not, I'm not getting sick or anything like that. I just have a dry throat right now, so I'm probably talking a little quieter than normal. And if I am, I will try to speak up here. Oh, I did adjust the mic a little bit, so I'm glad that helped. I do have an actual microphone around here somewhere, but it's another one of those things that has a USB cable, and I need to get, I've ordered 2 more lights with some USB extensions because the ones that go with the lights aren't long enough, that come with the lights aren't long enough for me to get them in the corners and stuff and get to my USB cable box. So I need to get, and I'm going to have so many of them here pretty soon because I'll have 3 lights, and if I keep the microphone, I'll have it, and I have ring lights on either side of me here, so it's like, oops, almost put that one on backwards. I was looking at some, Heather. I probably will get one because once the new lights come and the extensions come, I'm going to be going, oh, where am I going to put this as far as docking station and things are concerned? So I am going to have to get a new docking station for all my odds and end things. But I did love this light so much that's up above us here. That gave me so much more light. that I ordered 2 more to go on the corners of the tripod, because the tripod has connector points up on either side. So I figured I'd put a light on either side there and see if I don't want to blast us out and give us too much light, but I think the one right here above us really helped a lot as far as lighting was concerned. So here, I'll show you what I mean. See the difference from just this little light up here, which I really like. Bing, put it back on, and we got lots more light again. So I ordered 2 more since I now have some cash, and won't go in there. And so we should have plenty of light with those, which will be really nice. But so we're right here. Come on, pull you down there and get your on your wire right. So we just put this last one on. So now we're gonna do the right here. Oh, I must have divided wrong because I have an extra bead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so now I have 2 extra beads. Cool. I can either keep those separate for a pair of earrings or something, or we can put them on the ends. I'll have to decide. Uh-oh, that wasn't supposed to be that way. Almost messed up. Anyway, I was looking at some docking stations, but I hadn't decided which one I liked best. So it was just a matter of that kind of thing. Now here's our question mark. Do we put that last bead on? Because I think we're even here. Let's see. Yep. So let's see how long we are. Okay, we're right at 18 inches. If we put another washer and this last bead on, since we did have an extra one here, where are you? It will add a little bit of length, which was probably something we might need. And actually, to finish, to get this pattern going, I could even, where are you? Come here. Actually, that should have been right there if I was going to do the pattern thing right there. Well, let's see. Let's see how long it lets it be with this little bit of extra. I probably will rearrange the beads. That'll make it about 20 inches. Not quite, but when we get the... Yeah, I did end up having two. So, well, mine has adjustments. It can go warm or it can go brighter. Way bright. And I don't like it quite that bright, so I usually turn it about halfway, and then the other one has a warm or a cold. See, I can make it pretty warm, or I can make it look really cold. I like that one about halfway too. So anyway, I think we will rearrange the beads so they have the right patterning here. And it would be and yeah, when I was dividing them up, I counted wrong, and so I had to put an extra one over there, and it ended up that it wasn't supposed to be extra because then I ended up with the extra in the dish. So now we will just put it onto here since we don't have an extra. Now we want to put our pattern on here. So the pattern goes right now, and then the last bead. Here we go. Oh, nope, this should be a washer, not a round. Though actually, I may take those off because I think when I put the crimps in, they might fall into that. So here's our little necklace with our tiny little dangles around the edge. Let's get these out of the way. And then we'll put this guy onto our pendant here, onto here. And it's a pretty simple little necklace, but I think it's pretty. Don't your lights adjust, Heather? Because like I showed you, these ones adjust. These ones are actually Neewer, the same brand as my tripod and everything. Neewer, Neewer, and they work great. I love them. So, like I said, I was really thrilled when I got this new one here, and depending on how they look when I hook the new lights up, I may turn this one up above so it is, or some of those, so that they face me more, so that I can see more what when I'm turned up, sometimes I think I look sort of dark, but with the two new ones, I should be able to do all the adjustments I want to do. So hopefully. And they come with a a swivel thing that you can put on your camera, or luckily you can put them up there too, so I can bend them sideways so that they face down to the mat. So now I'm going to hook this guy on. I'm just going to get a medium. I'm not sure if a tinky top will work. So we'll just get a medium one. In fact, I'll get 2 medium ones out. And a large while I'm at it. We'll put a chain, we'll put a lobster and an extender chain on this when we finish it, so that it, if somebody wants it longer than the 20 inches it's going to end up being, then they can. So let's put this together. Looks like this pendant doesn't have any particular sides, so there's that little guy onto our bell pendant, our ball pendant, or ball bell, I should say. Now we need to crimp these sides here. So I need to get my gold crimps. I hadn't planned on working on this when we started today. I was thinking I'd work on some of the bargain bee box, but when Randy sent this and I looked, it just sort of came together to me, you know. It just was like, okay, that's great. I like that. I think we'll just make this into a necklace, and it worked really well. So plans change, right? So I'm just going to make this into a little loop on this side, not paying any attention to where things are laying because, well, it doesn't need it. So put that into the magical crimper, right into the divot, give it a slight squeeze, turn it, put it in this divot again, squeeze again, and we'll just go around sort of in a circle and make sure it's entirely all squeezed up. Now we can put these pieces down across the extra wire if they'll go all right. They should, but you know, that's not a necessity. They don't have to. I can cut them off. This extra line. Come on, baby, go up there. There we go. And that beads all the way in. So we can now just roll this over to the other side. And then I cut more wire than I needed, but I generally do that because I don't like not having enough. But this is way more than I needed, but that's all right. And I got more crimps out than I need to. So now we're going to crimp this side. Oh, that side did go into our washer spacer. I was afraid of that because the washer spacer's got a pretty good size hole. Wonder if one of the other ones doesn't have so big of a hole. Because the other side didn't go in. Not even when I push it. Strange. Well, let's get a couple more and see if there's one with a slightly smaller hole. Or maybe change crimps. Maybe my crimp needs to be a little wider. Who knows? Do any of these look like they have a smaller hole? This one might. This one might. Let's see. Okay, that looks like it might not go in there. Good. So now we will put our, come on you, wire through here. And we got to decide how far down we want to go on our spacers and stuff with our wire, because we need to cut some of it off, obviously. But we don't need to cut all of it off, or we shouldn't have to. So I'm going to pull it to about right here. And we're going to just slide down and pull it again. It's up there higher than I want it, so pull it down and pull our wire down to it. Now we're going to get in here and crimp. Get that little guy in the divot. Come on, you're not quite in there. There we go. Now turn. Okay, I'm going to cut this excess wire right here off. There she is. Now I just need to put my finishing touches up here on the top, and that means I need to get a lobster claw out, and I'll probably see about finding some chain that has a nice big link in it. I do have some right here. That's close enough. It's relatively close, but we have to see if the lobster claw will fit in this link. If it will, this chain I can put a couple of I can put a few inches, and actually one of these little guys on the end too, to make it have that extra little bit. Glad you guys like it. Your house is too quiet, Kimberly? Must be rather different having nobody home with you. Let's test our lobster claw. It seems to be working good. What's a tinky tot? That's a name that Randy Brown from Thunderhorse Descendant gave tiny little jump rings. We just call them tinky tots. I've gotten into calling them that as well. They're tiny little 4 millimeter jump rings. See that tiny little guy? This is the medium size, which is 6, and this is the large size, which is 8. So the tinky tot is a 4. Tiny, tiny little guy. Sometimes I use them to put things together, but I thought with this, these two, I think they're too wide to take it, so to speak. So I'm just going to open this medium one up, grab our necklace here, go through this loop I left. And this is the side, this medium side of the jump ring is the side I put my lobster claw on. So we're going to close that baby up. I'm not real happy with that closure, so I'm going to give it a little squish there. There we go. Oop, one of the tinky tots fell out. So now when I put the other side here on, we're going to test and see if the lobster claw will go into this chain. If it won't, we have to get a slightly bigger one. Come here, you. something you always need to think about when you're putting an extender chain on. Will your lobster claw fit in your links? Because if it won't, what's the sense of having it there, right? So that seems to fit. So we need to find the end so I can cut, 2 or 3 inches off so we have a nice extender there. So since I'm not sure if this chain is stainless steel or not, I'm going to get my big cutters out. I think it was, because that felt pretty tough even with the big cutters. So now we'll put this guy over here, and actually I should have got another medium jump ring out, because I'm going to put one of those remaining spirals on the end of our chain here to give it a pretty, because I like a pretty on the end of my extender chains, so it's not just a bunch of chain just hanging out there. So there we go. One little extender chain with a pretty on the end. So we'll open this big baby up, put it on this end, and we can close her up. So just through there, through the last link here. I'm going to have to oil these new pliers. The spring is obviously there. I can see it, so it's all right, but it's wanting to be a little persnickety about opening and closing. See, it sort of opens slowly. It opens, but slowly, and the spring probably needs a little oil. But there we go. Our necklace is finished. Ta-da! Get over to the side you belong on. And that's a nice spread for the times, Heather, because I like to leave that hour between me and Randy, because sometimes she goes over, not real frequently, but she does. I frequently go over. Let's face it, I think I'm over right now. Not by much, only 5 minutes, but it's not an uncommon thing for me to go over, as everybody here knows. There we go. There's our necklace all finished. I still have the rose gold pieces sitting over here for the necklace that we're going to make with the, let's put this very last little swirly back with the others, with the silver swirls here. I think this looks real cute, just hanging off the side like this. I think that's going to work really nicely. And I was thinking to myself, I need to, oh, that's silver. We want the gold ones. There we go. I was thinking to myself today that for the tassels, I've already got them sort of designed to go on a bunch of things, but I have some large bead caps that I'm thinking, let's push you to the side, baby, that I'm thinking of taking at least this one here and putting some more glue on that so I don't have to worry about it falling apart so much, and then putting it into a bead cap as opposed to just leaving it like this. This is the one I think that we were going to make into a bookmark. And I'm thinking of gluing that more so that it's well glued. I don't like the chance of that falling apart. But if we're going to use something like this, let's see if I can find one quickly. I'm thinking of putting it inside a bead cap so that it's of course, I want a big one, and they don't appear to be put away. All the weirdo things. Maybe they're still in the silvers bag. Well, come here, you. This isn't actually the one I was thinking of. This is a bit bigger than I mean to use, but it'll give you an idea, and I will look for that piece so we have it for when we want to put this together. But what I want to do is take, it's more of a bell shape than this one is, but this one's pretty big. And besides that, it's silver. I want gold. And so I'm going to put it, and it's deeper than this too. So I want to put it over the top here to make it. Anyway, you'll see when I get to, when I find the pieces and decide, and we'll make it. We might make them. Trying to decide what I want to do. Softflix has their next new kits opens tomorrow, so I usually I need to make those up. These colors, other colors have ties in here too. I just noticed. See right here. Anyway. Anyway, like I said, if it works, I want to put a bead cap, a big coned shaped bead cap around it to cause a sort of, so the knot and stuff, I can glue it and it won't have to be ugly glued. Even if it is, it's going to be inside of the bead cap when I find the particular bead cap I want to use. But I think it'll be cute. I got them from Beadbox Bargains. They are, like I said, a bell kind of thing. But anyway. So we have our necklace. This is the stuff from Randy's, what is it, golden, what's she call that? New form she has. Golden Horizons? No, I don't think that's right. But anyway, these are the beads that she sent me and asked me to do something with them to show folks what we could do with these particular beads. And you can see it makes a really pretty necklace. I like it a lot anyway. So with the it ended up being on its own about 20 inches. And then of course I put on an extender chain, which is almost 3. So if you don't want it to be 20 inch, you want it a little longer, the extender chain's there for that option. But I think it turned out really nice. I'm pleased with it. And yeah, these are the things that Randy sent me. Though, like I said, she sent me some silver swirls of these little swirls too. But unless we were going to do multi-metal, those weren't going to work in this project. Um, I like the way this looks. I think it turned out pretty good. So so of course when you're wearing it, it's going to be more like so. But there, let's put this aside. So I can either record today if I feel like it. I'm not sure I feel like it. So I probably won't record today, and I'll probably do a live tomorrow. And I think maybe, just maybe, if I can find that bead cap I'm talking about, we'll maybe make the bookmark and the um, purse charm. They shouldn't take too long to make, actually. Um, and we have the 2 necklaces and the earrings design. Now the earrings are going to take longer because I'm going to make a double hoop earring out of those little shells. I think they're going to be really pretty that way. I haven't tested those tiny beads to see if they'll go on. Let's turn up. Sorry, I'm just sitting here talking away, and all you're looking at is that necklace and not me. And I am here, so you might as well look at me. So, we do have the tassel. Let's see. What we just all did we design? We designed the purse charm, the bookmark, which is that one, the little necklace with the little shells and the little pearl pieces that I'm going to take apart because they're flimsy, and the pretty little the pretty box clasp. Yeah, this stuff. And I'm just going to find some nice gold chain. I'm not going to use Coriana because I want to break it to put the pieces in. And I might find some other natural pearls. I'm pretty sure I have some white natural pearls, since these are natural ones that have the pretty on them. And I know I have some. I just have to get them. And we'll get some of those to make that necklace. That shouldn't be hard to make at all. The other necklace is the one that's going to be more difficult, with the rose gold beads and the 2 strands. So we'll see which ones we want to work on tomorrow. I'm thinking the 2 tassel pieces, but we'll see. So anyway, folks, we've been on for about an hour and 15, which is actually a little less than we do frequently. But I think it's time to go. I'm going to go do my exercises and that I need to do for my knee. And we'll see you all later. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and tomorrow I think we're going to go live again. So I'll see you all then. Bye.